What's up, everybody? My name's Parasite. Welcome back to Challenging Celtic with Hearts. Today, we have Celtic in the Scottish Premiership. We are currently second, but we have 4 games in hand on Rangers. So we're still in a pretty good spot. Just win one of those games in hand, we're equal on points. Goal difference is the same as well, so Rangers are right up there with us. We still have quite a few games to be able to get a decent lead on them, but we have dropped a couple points, unfortunately. So look at the schedule. Since that last Rangers match, we started off with Dunfermline Athletic in the Scottish Cup 4th round. 3-0 win. Comfortable win. Marcos Leonardo with a brace. Andy Irving with a goal. Good to see Leonardo getting some goals because he's not scored in a while. Up to that point, he had not scored in a while. Then a draw with Hamilton in the Scottish Premiership. That was pretty unfortunate. He absolutely dominated them. It wasn't even a competition. 20 shots to 4. They had 2 shots on target. One of them was a penalty, and they scored both. We had 12 shots on target. We drew 2-2. Got absolutely FM'd. Didn't deserve to drop points there, but we did, so that's really frustrating. Then had the League Cup final against Celtic, and we lost 1-0. It was a very even game. I mean, it was in Andreas Pereira, like absolute golazo that won it for him. It was like a 25-yard strike outside the box. It was ridiculous. Of course, that's what they had to do to beat us, but look at the match stats. I think it was pretty even. I mean, we had more shots, a little bit higher XG. They did. I mean, they had more shots, a little higher XG, but it was a pretty even match. I don't know if that's really the right result. You can see you started Musiala, who had a 6.1. I haven't actually fined him for that yet. Actually, I can't because he's on loan. I would love to fine him for that because that is awful. But we started Marcos Leonardo because we had an injury right now. A terrible injury for us to Dan Nlundulu. He's going to miss this game. He's got what was it? It's like sprained ankle ligaments, I think it was. So he missed like 3 games. Really stinks. We're also missing Odesowi for this match, so we are not at full strength. But fortunately for us, we do have a new signing. We have a couple more even coming in a little bit later, but one that has already come in is Philip Bankovich, former Celtic player, so he knows how to play in Scotland. He played for Celtic in 2018-2019. Leicester player, Croatian, really good in the air, 18 jumping reach, 17 heading. Really good defensively, just not the best physically, but I don't really mind it. Like, he's just really freaking good. I've always really liked Philip Bankovich. So I'm happy to have him here. Paying all of his wages, which is $15.5K a week. Got a couple more people that are coming in. We're paying all their wages, just loans as well, because, I mean, this is the last season. I might as well bring in the best players I can get, and to do that, I have to loan them in. So Bankovich comes in on loan. A couple other players that are coming in. Harvey Elliott, which I think would be an amazing signing, because, what's his name? Saranic has not been very good. So Harvey Elliott's going to come in and take his job. He's just really good. He's not the best physically, but really good mentals, really good technicals for our level. He should be great for us. And the other one is another English player, another England player from England, there I should say. Philip Stevanovic from Man City. Left side, inside forward this time because we had the injury to Afonso Sousa. Nasi Univar has been absolutely horrific. He's been 6.52 in his last 5. He has been horrible. So I need a better left winger. So Stevanovic is going to come in, hopefully be that better left winger. Looks pretty good. Passing's not the best, but really good flair and dribbling. So hopefully he'll be good for us. Again, they're both coming in on all their wages. $15.5K for Harvey Elliott and $13K for Stevanovic. A lot of money, but we've got plenty of wage budget available. We have the budget to bring them in. So I might as well bring them in. We've got the squad registration spots to bring them in. I might as well bring them in. I looked for right backs because of the Wage injury, but still at 2 to 5 weeks. There's just no good right backs available on loan or just to buy. So Michael Smith's actually been in really good form, though. So, I mean, he's been doing well. Maybe we don't need a right back. Other than that, I'm happy with most of the rest of my squad. Bate, I considered looking for an improvement on. He's actually been in pretty good form recently, but on the season, he's been pretty bad. But if he can continue this recent form, I think he'll be fine. Leonardo and Musiala and Nlundulu are fine for 3 strikers. I don't think we need to bring in another striker. Even though Leonardo's not been very good this season, I still think he's a fine backup. He scored a couple goals earlier, so let's get into the team selection. So, kind of saw it there, the team selection for this match. Bankovich is going to start his first game for us. Sutar drops to the bench. I just really want his aerial ability against Celtic. I think it's very important if we get a few set pieces that he can definitely score them pretty easily. So, and long throws with Michael Smith if he goes up into the box like that. He's just such a danger. So, happy to have him in. Delph takes Odasoi's spot. He is retiring at the end of the season as well. So, that's fine. This is our last season, so I'm not too upset about that. Even if it wasn't our last season, I probably wouldn't re-sign him if his contract was expiring because he's falling like a rock. He's just not very good anymore, but he's still a veteran presence. He can still do all right. He's been okay this season. Walker gets to start at left mid because Univar is just an awful player. So Jamie Walker's actually been decent. He's got a few good set pieces for us, so he's going to come in. Other than that, it's pretty much our starting 11. Just no Dan and Lundulu, which is really going to hurt, but hopefully Leonardo can step up. I know a lot of you would be keen to avenge what happened when we last played Celtic. It was literally like 3 days ago. Go out there and express yourselves. Moreno, I have faith. Attackers, I have faith. Musiala hasn't been very good. He had that 6.1, and other than that, he's just not been very good recently, but hopefully he can pick it up as well. How do you feel he had the second match of Celtic in quick succession? There's a tough proposition, and that won't suddenly change. We're up against it. How big of an absolute notice to be? You can't replace a player like Owen. It's unthinkable to go to a match this important without him. Unthinkable. That's really unfortunate because he's probably our third best player, second best player, third. I'd say third. Second best. Well, he's our best healthy player, but I'd say it's Danon Lundulu, Afonso Souza, then Owen Odasoe are our three best players. We're without all three of them for this match. Unthinkable. Celtic are going to get the first highlight. That's just going to be a corner that goes from nothing. They've done a little bit of rotation from our last match. Ramon comes in at center back. I don't really know who that is, but Sandro Martinez is a ridiculous sign. They spent like $30 million in this transfer window. Like, that's just ridiculous. We have $4 million to spend. They've spent 30. We're ahead of them in the league. So that does not bode well for Celtic. They're spending all that money, and they're still, points, quite a few points behind us. Yeah, they benched off Ayer this game. He's not fit, so Ayer sits on the bench. So he's one of their better players. I'm happy to see him miss out this game because he's really good. Really big, really good in the air, really good passer. I say I'm not happy. Striking-wise, we have not done anything. We've not created nearly enough chances. We've been the better team slightly away from home, which is impressive, but it's not. I don't think we have a single highlight for us. I think we had one, and it was just freaking annoying. We had one, and it was just a terrible shot by Musiala. But a free kick. Cone has to do better there. Not even hit into the corner. Celtic go ahead of us, but we have a game in hand on them, so they're not as far behind us as I thought. Could demand more because we have not done anything this game. I was getting ready to play for set pieces, but we'll have a set piece here. Bankovich, going to be the danger man. Heads it just over. Play for set pieces. See if we can get some headed goal by Bankovich. I mean, no one's played well. Literally no one. Smith is the best performer on the pitch. Smith and Alberto Moreno. Bate has been absolutely dreadful. Irving's going to come in. Leonardo and Musiala have been terrible. Saranic has been terrible. Walker's actually been okay. So our 2-star player, Walker, and our 2-star right back, Smith, have been the two best players on the team. But, 3-star player, Saranic has been awful. 3.5-star player, Bate has been awful. 3.5-star player, Musiala has been awful. 3.5-star player, Leonardo has been awful. I don't understand this game sometimes. Players that should be good are just dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. We still haven't had an actual highlight that looks like we're ever going to score a goal. I'd really like to, look like we can actually score. Celtic really haven't had that many chances either. It's just that one free kick has been their only dangerous chance. That shot hits the outside of the post. 82 minutes. We have to go attacking now. I'm going to break the team because they've been terrible. Who needs to come in? Hit the wrong button. Who needs to come in? Uh, Liam Boyce isn't going to change this game. He's awful. I'm going to bring in John Torrell for even Saranic, even though John Torrell is a terrible player as well. Can't wait until we get our replacements in. I mean, I really wish we could have had him for this game, but they just took forever to come in. I mean, none of these players are difference makers. Not even close. Nasi Univar, awful. Just horrific player. Boyce, he's barely played this season and he's not done anything when he's gotten game time. Do I bring in Boyce? It's either Boyce or Sutar, and I don't think Sutar's changing anything. Placing Josh Knight, who's been awful. Congratulations, Boyce. You got a game. Wow, that's a complete forward. He's not a complete forward. No poacher. Musiala has done nothing. Leonardo's done nothing. Looks like it's going to be a 1-0 win to Celtic. I mean, if we had our three best players, we stood a chance, but we have been just destroyed by injury. You're working your butts off tomorrow. Leonardo, you were terrible. Terrible performance like that will always get you substituted. Every player I can find, I'm finding, because that is unacceptable. No one played well. Let's see. Who can I find? Michael Smith was actually okay. Cone was okay. Knight was not good. I can't find him. That's annoying. Delph was average. I don't know if I can even find him. I can find him. Find him a day's wages. Saranic was awful. Find a day's wages. Jimmy Walker was decent, so he probably can't find him. All our lone players were just dreadful. Bate was just horrific. The worst player on the pitch. Bankovich didn't do anything. Moreno didn't do anything. Musiala was terrible. Leonardo was horrific. I can't find him because they're loaned in. Really like to have Dan and Lundulu and Owen Otasoe. At least Otasoe's going to be back for this next match, but it doesn't matter. It's not Celtic. It's not that important. Not nearly as important as the Celtic match was. Really like to have Afonso Sousa. He's probably going to miss the rest of the season. And Lundulu, is he coming back for next match? It'll be close whether he's back for the St. Mirren match. I probably won't start him. Wage's out another 2 to 5 weeks. We're just destroyed by injury. Our best players are the only players that have gotten injured. When do we come back? I want to show quite a bit of this season because we've got a little bit until FM22, so I want to make sure we see as much as we can. So, I don't think I need to come up for a League One side. Don't want to go all the way to Dortmund either, so Monaco in 7th. Hibernian are 4th, but it's only 2 games away. But I might still show that Hibernian match. They are a rival, so we will have Dan and Lundulu back for it. Should have Otasoe for it. Alright, we'll come back for Hibernian in a couple weeks. Not a whole lot of game time in between, but we need to turn form around. We've got no wins in our last 3. 2 of them in the Premiership. This amazing form we were in all competitions but the Europa League with our 1 loss there and a draw. The Premiership, we were in amazing form. Just ridiculous form. Look at all the wins. And draws, a few draws, but mostly wins, and then draw, loss. Not good. Now I have to face 5th and then 4th. If we don't turn this form around soon, we're losing the Scottish Premiership. This run of form may lose us the Scottish Premiership. We'll see. See how we do next episode. That's going to be the end of this episode. If you made it this far, why don't you like the video, subscribe, and click the bell. The links to all my socials and my Twitch are in the description. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.